Chapter 2. Through the Shatter. Dylan Wade lurched through the coastal night, blood soaking the rag around his shoulder, each step a knife in his ribs. The town was a festering wound, its glory days as a shipbuilding port long dead. Rusted cranes jutted from abandoned shipyards, their shadows clawing at sagging clapboard houses. Crab traps rotted on docks, and the ocean's roar carried the stink of kelp and decay. Once, schooners had sailed from here, braving storms that birthed local legends. Tales of lights dancing in the deep, stars that watched like gods. Old-timers at the Anchor Tavern muttered the town was built on a crack in the world, where fishermen glimpsed other realms before drowning. Dylan had scoffed, but tonight the stars pulsed too bright, their rhythm echoing his frantic pulse. Nate's duplex squatted ahead, a graffiti-scarred wreck with boarded windows. Dylan's jaw throbbed, his shoulder burned, and the brunette's disgusted sneer gnawed at him. Loser. The robbery had gutted him, left nothing but an anxious itching. Starshatter, Nate's lunatic promise, a drug to break his soul free. It was reckless, probably deadly, but Dylan was past caring. He hammered on the door, pain spiking through his wound. Nate answered, eyes bleary, hoodie reeking of weed. Christ, Dylan, you look like death! What happened? Got jumped, Dylan growled, voice raw. I'm done. Give me the Starshatter. Nate blinked, then smirked. For real? This ain't no party pill, man. It's... Don't care. Dylan's voice cracked. I got nothing left. I want to do this now. Nate shrugged, pulling a vial from his pocket. Silvery powder glimmered inside, like ground-up stars. One pinch. Snort it. Don't bitch out. He tossed it to Dylan, grinning like a jackal. Then it's bon voyage, bro. Dylan stumbled to a mouldy couch in Nate's dive, the room stinking of stale beer and despair. He tipped the vial, a pinch of Starshatter sparkling on his finger. His heart pounded. Escape? Death? Or something worse? He didn't know. He snorted the powder, and reality shattered. A blaze tore through his skull, like molten glass in his veins. The room exploded into a riot of colors. Emerald flames, crimson voids, golds pulsing like dying suns. His ears screamed with voices, a cacophony of wails and chants in tongues that scraped his mind raw. His skin crawled as if worms burrowed beneath, while the air thickened, weaving into visions. His mom, her eyes hollow, the brunette, sneering, faceless things with starry maws. The floor dissolved, and he plummeted through a cosmic maelstrom. Galaxies spun like whirlpools, enveloping his thoughts. Sounds crashed. Thunder, laughter, a woman's scream twisting into static. His body unraveled, his soul a raw wound, tasting ash and honey, smelling lightning and hearing blood, senses mixing together. Terror and rapture collided, and he saw it. A fracture in existence, a seam where stars bled, dragging him through. Then, nothing. Blackness. Pain. Dylan woke gagging, his stomach heaving as he vomited bile onto cracked stone. His body was a wreck, muscles screaming, shoulder wound a smoldering ache. His head spun, vision blurred, and he retched again, the Starshatter's venom sour in his throat. He was sprawled in a cell, its walls crumbling, moss-eaten stone lit by faint violet light seeping through iron bars. A skeleton slumped beside him, its skull grinning, shackles rusted around bony wrists. The air was damp, heavy with rot, and a metallic tang that coated his tongue. A broken sword lay near the skeleton, hilt intact, 15 inches of jagged steel snapped off, crusted with age. The cell door hung open, revealing a blood-red jungle beyond, its trees slick and black, pulsing with alien life. Where the fuck was he? Not Nate's place, not the town. His hands shook as he grabbed the broken sword, its weight awkward but solid. He staggered to his feet, nausea roiling, and caught his reflection in a puddle of oily water. His face, gaunt and pale, was etched with starry scars that glowed faintly. His body felt wrong, leaner, harder, like the Starshatter had burned away his old self. Panic clawed his chest. "Nate!" he croaked, voice lost in the jungle's hum. The sky was a bruised crimson, clouds throbbing like a wound, no stars visible. This wasn't Earth. This was a nightmare made flesh. He stumbled through the open cell door, past rubble-choked halls of what must have been a castle, now a ruin swallowed by vines. The jungle greeted him, its air thick, smelling of copper and decay. Trees loomed, their translucent leaves pulsing violet, casting an eerie glow. The ground was spongy, veined with red, like stepping on a giant's flesh. Distant shrieks pierced the drone, vibrating in his bones. Dylan's stomach lurched, his head pounding. He gripped the broken sword, useless as it was, and pushed forward, each step a fight against dizziness. A rustle stopped him cold. Yellow eyes glinted through the trees, too many, too low. His heart slammed as shapes moved, sleek, wolf-like, but wrong, their fur matted with blood, jaws bristling with needle teeth. They stalked closer, growls rattling his ribs. Dylan's breath hitched. He turned and ran, branches tearing at his skin, the jungle a blur of red and black. His legs burned, nausea spiking, but the wolves' snarls grew louder, their claws scraping behind him. He tripped, sprawling in the dirt, the broken sword skittering away. The pack closed in, eyes gleaming, and Dylan scrambled back, terror choking him. He was dead. Steel flashed. A wolf's head flew, black ichor spraying. A figure moved, fast, lethal, blades carving through the pack like a reaper. In seconds the wolves were corpses, their blood pooling on the crimson soil. Dylan's chest heaved as the figure turned, revealing a man, mid-30s, lean as a feral dog, with a scarred face and cold grey eyes that pinned Dylan like a hawk on a hare. His hair was dark, cropped short, a jagged scar splitting his left brow. He wore medieval leathers, black reinforced with steel studs. The tunic, beneath, frayed but finely stitched, dyed a deep indigo. A tattered cloak pinned with a silver clasp hung from his shoulders, stained with travel and blood. Twin short swords, their hilts wrapped in worn leather, dripped ichor in his hands, their blades etched with faint runes that caught the jungle's glow. "You're a fucking idiot," the man said, voice a low growl, laced with disdain. "Running makes 'em chase. You're lucky I was here." Dylan's mouth worked, no words coming. His stomach twisted, head swimming with the jungle's alien pulse. Where am I?" he rasped, voice frail. The man's lip curled. "Eryndor's blood wilds, and it'll eat you alive if you don't move." He sheathed one blade, stepping closer, his leathers creaking. "Name's Veyr. Get up or I'll leave you for the next pack." Dylan stared, Eryndor searing into his mind. The jungle's hum, the blood-soaked ground, Veyr's killer's stare. This was real. He was trapped, sick, and fucked in a world that wanted him dead. Veyr's eyes held a flicker of pity, maybe, or calculation. Dylan clung to it, hauling himself up, legs shaking, the broken sword clutched like a lifeline. He followed Veyr into the crimson dark, the jungle's alien heart beating around him.